Hi everybody, here is just a recap of what we did in class today, how to get started on creating your student ID. When you open the assignment in Google Classroom, it should just look like this, with this first slide with the requirements on the right and a little bit of a Google cheat sheet along the bottom in case you forget what buttons do what. Remember, the size of your ID needs to be 2.4 by 4.2 inches. That's the first thing we did in class today. And let's just get started with the first three steps. So the first three steps we did was to change the size of the slide. You're going to go to File. You're going to go down to Page Setup. Once that Page Setup window pops open, you're going to go down to Custom. And you're going to change it from 2.4 and 4.2 inches and hit apply. Now it should change the shape of your slide so it is vertical like you see here. And of course you should have a blank slide that you should be able to work on it. Now if you're one of those people that a glitch occurs where it's not allowing you to change the size of the slide, you might need to open your own blank Google slide presentation to do this in. For some reason, I know some folks today have been having a little bit trouble changing the size of the slide in my assigned slide. So of course you can create your own Google slide presentation to do that in. All right, the next thing I told you was to make sure you did not use the background button. I showed you how to add in cool colors or even a cool background picture for your ID. What you're going to do is you're going to use either the shape tool, and you're going to draw that shape right over the top of your slide. So I used a rectangle. There we go. It turns it gray. I want to make it a cool color. Right up here at the top, you're going to find the bucket fill color. Now, of course, Google Slides gives you some options. If you want a better option, you can click custom, and that will allow you to play around with the sliders so that you can make your own cool custom colors just by, sliding the slider around, or playing around with the transparency, moving this little dot around. You can also do some really cool color fades. If you click the word gradient, they will give you some choices, but if you go down to the word custom here, you're going to find that you get a custom gradient window. My block here that's highlighted in blue, that means that I can click on that dot there and change it to absolutely any color I want. Same thing goes for that other block. And I can even add colors to it so that I can change the look of my slide to be however I might want it to look. And you can add as many colors as you like. You can change it from linear, how you see it here, to radial. And of course, you can play around with where you want those color fades to be. I'm going to keep mine in the center. And that is how you would apply either a cool color or a cool color fade to your ID. Now, somebody today asked me, well, I want to do some cool custom pictures. Well, yeah, you can do that as well. You can insert image from the web, or of course, if you want, you can upload something. Maybe you have photos stored on your computer that you would like to use. I'm going to go ahead and search the web. I've pulled up some sugar skulls. Somebody asked me, do I have to use just one picture? Could I make a collage of different things? Absolutely, you could. Remember, this is your ID, so you can customize it to however you like it. I'm going to use this cool sugar skull here. And for me personally, I'm just going to go ahead and stretch it to be the whole size of it. Now, we are using clip art images. We are not using the background button. Remember, I told you, do not use the background button because I will not be able to copy and paste your whole slide if you do use that background button. It will not come through for me. So you do got to make sure you use some kind of clip art. And yes, if you want to search up things on regular Google, sometimes you get a little bit more of a choice of different things on Google. You can certainly click and drag or copy and paste anything you would like from Google. All right. Now, the next thing that we did, the third step that we did for today, was adding in that background, that outline. And like I said, that helps me for when I am cutting them apart. I can fit them in that laminating pouch a lot nicer. So I'm going to go to the shape tool, and I'm going to find the rounded rectangle, which is the second square in on the top row. I'm going to click and drag it so that it fills around my whole ID. Now I'm going to say, Mrs. Swistek, you just blocked all of your work out. No, actually I didn't. All I have to do is click on the bucket fill tool and change it to transparent. And then there, yes, now I can see through it. Now I want to make my outline a special color. So I am going to go to that fill color. Oh, it's also allowing me to do gradient colors. It wasn't allowing me to do that before. Oh, it's just a fill. Sorry. Let me try that again. I'm going to go to the outline color, which is the little pencil tool next to it. And I'm going to choose maybe a nice color for my border. And I'm going to go ahead and use the 3-line tool to change the thickness of it. So now what I have is my ID set up. I have the photograph that I'd like to use for the background. I have the outline, and I have it for the correct size. And those are the 3 things I was asking for you to have for our next class. So make sure you have those 3 things done. Next class, I will review this and, of course, show you some other tips and tricks on how to get some other things in there for you. So I hope this helps you out. If you weren't able to catch everything during class, have a great, wonderful rest of your day.